I have here is 3 kilos of potatoes, which, if you have a size like that, I'll just chop it in half. And if you get big piece like that, then you just cut it into 4. That way they're still pretty chunky. And our carrots, I've already peeled 3 so far. I've got 1.5 kilos of carrots, and we just chop them up in rings. That way when you cook it, after a while, it will still hold the shape. Now I've got 6 fairly large onions, and I'm just going to dice them. I'll just put that aside. And I have 4 packets of my mixed herbs that I've already washed, and I've added on an extra 1.5 cups of goji berries. I've got about 6 kilos of oxtail on my pot here, and I'm just putting 12 beef stock just for flavor. And I'll put my herbs. My 6 pieces of diced up onion. I haven't turned it on yet, so I am just going to mix them all up. And I'll turn my stove on. Put the lid on, and we'll leave it for half an hour or just until it boils. Now that my soup is bubbling away, I'm just gonna stir them and push the herbs into the bottom. And the bigger pieces of meat, I'll just submerge that into our liquid. I'll turn my heat down on low, and I'll let that simmer for 2.5 hours. Or till the meat tenderizes. The meat is nice and tender now, and it's almost falling off the bone. So we have to add our potato and carrots. And we'll just stir this and let that all cook up for about 15 minutes, or until the potato has tenderizes, or until the potato is cooked. My potato's nice and tender now, but it's still intact, so I'm gonna add my cauliflower. I've just chopped up the cauliflower in little florets. So 1 whole cauliflower, or you can have 2 if you like. And we'll just let that cook up, and we'll leave it for a few minutes. But at this stage I'm going to add some pepper as well. And we'll just stir it a little bit. And we'll cover it and let the cauliflower cook up. My cauliflower has now cooked. So I'm going to add my bell pepper or capsicum. I've got an orange and red bell pepper here. There's really no reason why I'm using orange or red bell pepper. I'm just trying to make things look colorful. So the more colors you have on your food, the better it is for you. And we'll just let that simmer some more for another 10 minutes. Since I have a big pot here, so if you have a small pot, you probably don't have to have it that long. And also, don't forget to keep stirring the bottom to avoid burning your stew. So I'll just put the lid back on again, and I'll come back when it's cooked. My stew is now ready to serve, and as you can see, the bone or the meat has actually fallen off the bone. So now we'll turn this off and serve it.
I was just going to say she's a great bloody cook.
Okay.